All right, things you didn't know. Gentlemen, what do you think of when I show you that picture?
Oh, Disney owns Marvel.
and everything else.
And everything else.
So Disney purchased Marvel August 31st, 2009. Do you guys remember how much it was for?
No.
Was it like $9 billion or something like that?
$4 billion.
$4 billion.
But as of March 2024, Marvel has generated $13.2 billion in value for Disney. Now, this is stuff that's kind of debated a little bit on how much it's actually earned and was it worth the purchase. If you've not been to Disneyland and been to the Avengers campus, even if you don't like the Marvel movies at this point, oh, it's awesome. It is awesome. You go to Pym's laboratory, you get yourself a couple of beers, you watch the characters come out. They got a guy that comes out as Hulk from Endgame, and then you have a couple beers, and then you hop over to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. It's fantastic.
I don't remember Disney buying them. I remember Disney buying Star Wars, but it's like I don't think until the Avengers first movie I realized it was owned by Disney.
Well, it all kind of made everybody a little bit trepidatious when it happened because they were nervous that Disney was going to make it so that the violence was going to go away and they were going to sugarcoat everything. And obviously that has not been the case with Deadpool. He proved that wrong.
Well, they kind of started that way, and then they started, like, I think James Gunn really brought them out of their shell because James Gunn and his Guardians movie kind of, I guess took a step for them, you could say.
Yeah. You know which clip that I watch frequently now on YouTube that's from Deadpool and Wolverine?
The one in the car?
The Cavalrine. The legends are true. I just love
we'll
like the
treat
whole
you better than those fuck faces down the street.
Sticks down the street. Oh, like where he's like, this just feels right.
You were just leaving.
Oh,
then he
man.
does the whole thing like he did in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he does. He cocks the hands, goes clack, clack.
Yeah.
And I honestly,
people are speculating that Henry's going to be the new Wolverine in the MCU now. I don't think that's going to happen.
Did you see they also found the guy that played Short Wolverine, that played the body?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing that I also love about that scene with Henry Cavill is when he's behind him and he's like, from behind you kind of look like Henry. Oh my fuck!
Oh my god!
So obviously that didn't happen. That was something people were nervous about when it came to Disney purchasing Marvel, is that it was going to kind of shy away from things. Now, one of the positive sides is that people were looking at how this would potentially bring more budgets to these movies, bigger budget movies. Because Disney's just got unloaded pockets, or unlimited pockets at this point. Unloaded pockets. And in all reality, for Disney, their philosophy was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it worked for Iron Man, right?
Although he did kind of break.
Kind of. And early on, too, I don't know if you guys are familiar. Do you know who John Lasseter is?
Yeah, he's the producer of a lot of the Pixar stuff.
Yep. So early on, they actually had a meeting between John Lasseter and Marvel about possibly doing a Pixar team-up. You see, it's a Coco shirt, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what he's promoting.
Yeah, and he's also known for his very flamboyant shirts and stuff that he wears, but the guy's a freaking genius. Now...
So are we talking like a Pixar Marvel movie? Or like teaming up with...
I think so, or maybe doing...
like Pixar characters?
I don't know, because I know that they have mentioned that Big Hero 6 technically exists in the Marvel universe.
Technically a Marvel, property.
But I don't believe Big Hero 6 was Pixar. I can't remember if it was or not. I think it was just a Disney movie.
I think you might be right, yeah.
But this came from an article, and this is the great thing about talking about something that's 15 years old, is that you can read all of the articles of when this actually happened. You don't have to go through a fucking paywall for, New York Times for a 1983 article. So this one came from Screen Rant, and it said, imagine, if you will, no more Marvel origin movies in theaters. All of them are now shown on TV, running on a regular series, and the movies can now focus on just being pure badassness fun. Does an origin story really need 2 hours to be told properly, or could it just be done in 45-minute segments over the course of a TV season? Keep the major characters in theaters, Avengers, Thor, Iron Man, and such, but now audiences would get the chance to see more of the Marvel Universe and appreciate and enjoy lesser-known characters like some many hardcore fans already do. It would also give those lesser characters a chance to build an audience that would potentially follow them to theaters. It's a good idea.
A terrible idea, yeah.
They've kind of crapped the bed.
They've kind of done, though.
It's what they were trying.
It's kind of what they started to do with Hawkeye and She-Hulk and Miss Marvel, and now they're. I don't know about She-Hulk. Might not be brought into the movie.
You needed those origin movies in the beginning to set up the universe, so it was. I mean, it was just mandatory. You couldn't just have the Avengers because people wouldn't know, who the hell people were.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have Disney Plus at that time, so.
But I guess you don't. Yeah, because you don't really need to do it with the X-Men because everybody knows them from
who that is,
Fox movies.
I think the biggest thing is they just needed, they were trying to pump out too many.
They need to find out if they're ever going to make Blade or not. It's been 6 years.
Well, apparently at this point, Ryan Reynolds is pushing for Wesley Snipes to return as Blade, and he's also pushing for Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Yeah, I saw. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know about that Gambit. My takeaway from Gambit being in the Deadpool movie, my takeaway from that is it's probably a good thing they never made his solo movie because he works better as part of a team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a solo character, really.
And he was great comedically. You got to admit,
he should have been in the X-Men movies from the start,
That's what always bothered me. It always bothered me that he wasn't in there.
Yeah.
And finally, now there already were deals in place for the early Marvel movies because obviously they had already been released at that point by 2009 because Iron Man had come out in 2008. Mm-hmm. Paramount would actually distribute Thor, Captain America, the First Avenger, and Iron Man 2. They were the distributor on those three. They also had contracts for the Avengers and Iron Man 3, but they sold those rights over to Disney, so Disney distributed those.
Well, also, I think Hulk was owned by Universal.
Yeah.
Because that's why there hasn't been a solo Hulk movie since then.
Yeah, because I believe there was, and it might have changed because obviously with the rights and everything kind of shifting back and forth, but since Universal still owned the rights, they could have the Hulk in a movie, but he could not be the main character in the movie, which is why he was able to show up in the Avengers, but he wasn't able to be in his own solo Disney/Marvel movie.
Exactly, yeah.